Hi, my name is John Hunter. I'm the sports editor on Echo, and today I am with Maya Nieves, who's a junior, and
The multimedia editor.
we will be talking about what it's like being a senior who's gotten into college and questions that juniors might have for seniors.
Yeah. So I guess my first thing was that I've always seen like seniors after they get into college, they just never come to school anymore. Like they're just not present. So why do you think that is? And have you experienced that?
I wish I didn't have to come to school, but like at the same time, I don't care. I actually like being here, but a lot of people don't. And I also kind of don't get it myself because like it's like the last month of school and I just feel like people would want to kind of take in as much as they could, but I haven't experienced it. I've just kind of been like there's definitely been moments where I've like not been motivated in class or outside of school to do stuff for school, but it hasn't like greatly affected anything.
Do you think that like your parents and your family have like pushed for you to stay in school? Because I know some people's parents just don't care, so they just let them do whatever. But are your parents like, you need to go to school?
No, not really. I mean, I just like going to school. Like, it's not something that is pushed on me. It's more that I just am okay with going, and so it's not something that they have to talk to me about. So it's just kind of part of the routine, and then nothing happens. I think if I were to be like, I think if I were to ask for a day off of school, there'd be a higher likelihood of me getting it.
Because you always go.
Because I always go. My grades are good, and I'm in college.
Yeah. Okay, and then I guess my next question would be like, at the start of the year when you were applying to colleges and thinking about all that, did you look forward to this part of the year? Like, was it something that just seemed like easy and simple and just like a time when you wouldn't have to be stressed out? And has that been true? Like, is this easier than the rest of your high school career has been?
At the beginning of senior year or like end of junior year, they tell you that like senior's the hardest, and like actually like a bunch of people say that that's the case, which is just, in my opinion, not true at all. It depends on where you apply, how many schools you apply to, and the difficulty of the application that is presented to you. But to be honest, it's just those first few months of school that are hard, and so that's why people say that, because it happens so quickly in the year and early on in the year that it just feels like the year is harder, but it's not. Once you're done with the application process, senior year is pretty much a breeze. And I guess like I wasn't looking forward to it really, or like not looking forward to it either. I just kind of knew it was going to happen, and I was like, oh, nice.
Okay. Do you think your teachers have like acknowledged that like senior slide or whatever is like a thing like in classes? Are they like empty, or like what are teachers doing to kind of like push back on it if it's like a really big thing in your grade?
I don't think that there's. I think a lot of teachers just kind of like accept it. I don't think that they like push back on it or like are against it per se. I think it's just like they know it's a thing. They can't really do anything about it. They just kind of let if the student is like doing poorly in the class or like falls behind, they just kind of let it happen. And then, what happens. Kid gets bad grade. That affects them poorly. And if they get taken out of, if their application gets withdrawn, then that's unfortunate. But I think that's the biggest motivator for most students, is that they don't want that to happen, but sometimes it can.
Do you think if teachers like pushed harder for kids to like stay on track, then they wouldn't be like never coming to school? Like if I don't know. Yeah.
I don't think, and honestly, no. I think if there was like bigger, so like it's the 1 year so far where I haven't had like been told about like any big projects or summatives at the end of the year, and
Yeah.
I think if that was the case, then maybe there would be something, but I like highly doubt it. I don't know. I don't think the majority of students don't care, and it's just kind of going to stay that way.
Okay. You mentioned that. Okay, already lost. Okay, for the next question, you mentioned how you're like trying to soak in all your time, and a lot of people like will say that our seniors like take in all your time, like appreciate all of it, just enjoy it all, because when you're a senior you're going to regret that you're not. Do you feel like you're trying to like go to school so much just so you can like soak it up because you haven't in the past, or what's the reasoning behind that?
Um, I don't know. I think there's just more. I feel like this year I have more reason to go to school, and because it's so much easier in terms of like things inside of school, I don't really care about like not being there as much. Whereas junior year, I didn't like that. Like I wanted to not be at school because it was so much harder, in my opinion. But I think throughout high school, I've been good at kind of taking everything in and living in the moment, but also like I don't know. I think I've had a very unique and enjoyable high school experience, at least for me, and I think it's something I'm grateful for, and I'm glad that I don't know. I think it'll be graduation will be something that's very bittersweet because I did take it in